This is the Classic Clutch die set and stamp bundle. This is the third in the series of little paper purses that I've done in collaboration with Concord and Ninth. This one is a cute little clutch. It's got a fun little handle on it, tags that you can add to it. You open it up and it's got a little pocket on the inside for a gift card or extra treats. You turn it over and there's a fake pocket with a zipper and a little zipper tag. And so this one, I have to tell you, is pretty darn cute. Let me go through the die set and I'll show you what is in here. So in the die set, there are a lot of pieces. And so let's just start with this big outline piece. This big outline piece is actually the piece that creates the background of the Classic Clutch. So this also has little tiny score lines on it. There's one here, and one up here. And these are little guides. They're on both sides. These are little guides for you to know where to score these, because you do need to score that to get started. And then from there, you have the piece that fits on the top, which is this piece on the inside. Then you have the card that goes on the inside to create an extra little pocket, so you could put a gift card in there or money or something. This is your fold up little pocket for the back that creates the pocket on the back of your clutch, that one. And then in here you have the two scored pieces that are the sides of your clutch. Here's your zipper. You have two different kinds of zipper pulls. You have a straight one and a heart one. And then this is just the inside that was in here, so you can use that if you want to. You've got a stitched handle. This piece right here folds in half, and that is what goes on your handle to keep it together. Then you have a jump ring, which is right here, and you have this piece which holds the whole thing to your clutch. And then you have some decorating options, and so there's the word enjoy. There is a stamp in the stamp set that will stamp out the words hi in color, and then we have the hi just regular if you want to just put it on your own color of cardstock. And then there is just an extra heart die in here. And then you have two choices for this shape of tag. This one says love. This one says HB to you, happy birthday to you. And then you have more of a regular tag that says for you friend, or you can stamp the celebrate from the stamp set on it. So these are all the pieces that are in the Classic Clutch. So let me show you a couple of examples. So this is the one that we just talked about, and I have the handle on the right side. And then this one is done in cardstock, and this is the new pattern paper that we talked about last month at Concord and Ninth. And then this one has the handle on the left side, has this little tag on it. This is the stamping right here. This is a stamp that will line up with each line that you put it on. Gives a little fancy detail to it. You open it up and you have this little piece right here for your pocket for some money or a gift card. You've attached your handle, and then you just put it down with some Velcro circles that Concord and Ninth sells. They sell the best Velcro. I don't know where they get it. It's the same 3/8 inch circle that you buy from Velcro brand, but it holds so much better. It's got a little bit higher pile to it. This one is done with another piece of the Garden Party stamping pattern paper. This one I have for you friend with a little hi on it. I put the handle on the right side. Open this one up. It too has a little piece in there. You turn it over, and this one has the pocket with the zipper. This one has the pocket with the heart zipper. So all kinds of fun mix and match choices with this one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make one together so that you know how to do it when you get yours, because seriously, you're going to want one, right? So I have all of the parts cut out. Let me just get my stuff together here. Okay. This little guy is for the handle. This goes on the zipper. I chose the heart zipper pull, We have a jump ring, and this jump ring is what holds it to the inside of your purse, and it's slit, so you can just slide your jump ring and your tag and whatever on right onto it. You have your handle. This one I cut out of pattern paper, so this is the pocket for the inside, and then I've gone ahead and scored this all the way across on the score lines that are there for you. So let's get started. I'm going to work on my handle first because I want it to have a minute to dry. So I'm just going to give it a little zip with my bone folder. And then I'm going to take this piece, which is scored. I've cut it out as Concord 9th silver mirror paper. And we're just going to put it together like this. So while we're doing the rest of it, we're going to glue this handle together at the bottom. Just a tiny bit, doesn't take much because we're going to add a lot of glue to it still. Pinch it together, make sure it's even. If you want it creased, you can crease it, otherwise you can just leave it in a loop. And then we're just going to set this aside for a minute. All right, then the pocket is all scored for you, so we're just going to fold on the score lines. Well, preferably straight on the score lines. And then this one on the side. So we're just gonna, actually, I think we'll just put this right on. So it's got, I am gonna glue this down just a little bit. So this is scored so that your pocket looks like it has a little bit of bulk to it, like it's maybe a real pocket that's been zippered up. So just gonna put this down here. Give me just a second here. I got to refine my score line that I messed up because I was nervous. There we go. Okay, so this right here is the back of the purse. So when it comes together, you're going to fold this as the front and this is the back. So I'm going to put the pocket on here first before I attach it to the clutch because it's just a little bit easier to hold it flat. And today I'm using liquid glue because I just want to be able to have a minute to wiggle it if I need to. I'm just going to stick it right on there. I am going to fold this real quick just to see if I've got it straight. Yeah. Now believe me, when you do this at home, you're going to take a little bit more time than I am. And then it has just a little bit of bulk to it so that it looks like it's kind of got something in it. Okay, and then I'm going to hang on to it for a minute while I take the zipper, and I'm just going to add some glue to the back of the zipper. And you can put the zipper on here anywhere you want. You want it in the middle, you want it at the top. I'm going to put it about maybe a ½ inch down. And just hold that on there for a second. And then I'm going to take the zipper pull, and I'm going to bend this out just a little bit so that it's got a little bit of movement to it. Add some adhesive right there at the top. And then I'm going to put it on here as if I've zipped it closed. And I give it just a second. And then I'm going to set this aside to let it dry without falling off. Okay, so now we're ready to go on this. So we're just going to fold on the score lines. So that when we put it together, it's going to come together like this. All right, now these two pieces right here are the little accordion folds for the backs, for the sides. So I'm going to fold this back, forward, and backwards. Backwards, forward, and backwards. And then this piece right here, if you hold it, it's going to be an M shape to your right. So we're just going to put some adhesive on this because you want this piece to be flush with the back so that your little pocket or your little pocket thing will go through there. So this one, you're going to line up right with the bottom of the score line and right at the edge of the stitched line. Sorry, that's the top of the score line and the edge of the stitched line. And so that just goes on like that. Same thing over here. This one is going to be a W shaped to the right. Is that correct? No, that's going to be another M shape to the right. And we're just going to put some adhesive on that so that this piece is flat with the back. Again, right at the top of the score line and right up the edge of the stitched side. Pretty easy. I'll just quit moving. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add some adhesive to this. And we're going to just fold it up. So the first thing I want to do is put it up, make sure it's straight and not leaning. And then I'm just going to take this edge right here and line it up with the stitched line and just hold it for a second. And over here, same thing. Just want to make sure this stays level. And I'm just going to line it up with that stitched line right inside. Hang on to it for a second. Okay, now I'm just going to take my bone folder and just press on both of those on the inside, just to make sure they're nice and sealed so we can go on. And make sure nothing moved while I was talking to you. No. There you go. So now it stands up perfectly straight, and then it will fold over. All right, so let's go ahead and put the top of this on. So this is made with just a little bit more generous fold on it so that it will accommodate for the bulk of the cardstock that you're putting it over. So it's a little bit different than the first one. So we'll just put some adhesive on this. Go all the way across. And then I'm just going to put some here and there or everywhere. Okay, now you just want to line it up with the stitching on the front so that you've got just about the same amount of room on both sides right here. And then I just kind of adhere that down and then just gradually bring it back, and it will line up perfectly with the bottom of the back side of your clutch. Okay, now I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to slide it in the back. And you can glue it in if you want to. You could put like a little half circle notch in there if you want to. But this just creates an additional piece for you to maybe hide some money or a gift card. And then you can put a tiny gift in here or candies or, gosh, I don't know, hundreds of things you could think of. And then you're going to fold it closed. Just make sure that everything is a little dry before we move on. Okay, so now we're going to work on our handle. So this is the piece that goes on the bottom of the handle that creates just a fun little, you know how leather handles have that little attachment piece on them. But before we put this on, we have to kind of think through the rest of what we're going to do. So if we're going to put a tag on it, we need to do that now. The jump ring on it, we need to do that now. And then you can also add the tag to this piece. So let's do this first. So your jump ring, put it around there so that you've just got a hold of it. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on both sides of this and put it on the handle and hold it for a minute. Now it doesn't really matter if you do this from the left or the right, because you can turn it around. It has white on the back and silver on the front, so you can put it on the right side of your clutch or the left side of your clutch, but you can't really flip it over unless you put two of these back to back, or it'll be white on the front. Okay, probably rushing this a little, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, so now we have to decide, do we want our handle on the left or the right? And then we're going to put, let's do this one. So we're going to put this one as a happy birthday. I have to use this to help myself here. I'm going to go for the right side this time. Okay, so I'm going to put my handle on, and then I'm going to slide this little tag on. You can add more tags. You can do, you know, whatever you want to put on there. If you've got some little jewelry findings, that would be fun too. And then you're just going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And then it is going to go right here. Now you don't want to put it up at the top, because then when you close your handle, it squishes your jump ring. And you don't want to put it too close to the bottom, because then it's not centered. So just put it right in the middle. And then I just bring it in to stay consistent with everything, and I just put it right on that little stitched line. So I'm going to hang on to that. And then at this point, you would add a little Velcro circle right here and adhere it down. And then you would decorate the front of it. Maybe you want to put this piece, Enjoy, across the front if you're giving it as a birthday card, or maybe a drink for Starbucks or something. Or you can add any of the little flowers, any sort of little embellishment. This one has flowers. This one has, okay, so they all have flowers. So that's how you assemble the new Classic Clutch bundle.